If I can go the rest of my life without hearing, well, the word Zombrow or being reminded of those terrible, terrible scenes, I still don't think it would be enough. And I would feel bad for Hasegawa, but at this point, I think he got off kinda lightly. All I do know is that Gintama is not going to wait for me to catch my breath. So, let's get back into it. Once again, we're just outside the veranda listening into their conversations. I'm kind of surprised that Gintama has made it as long as it has. We're only a fraction of the way in. Gintama had a budget? You would never have guessed with these still images for 14 minutes. He might have been starting his own proverb there, but I don't know how well it will catch on. I like how they're calling out shows that do the whole recap, just reuse old footage, kind of flashback episodes. It's the idol. And I can't really class this as a new opening because everything else is kind of the same, is it not? It's just her at one of her shows. I wonder if there is actually an album you can buy for these songs? I have nothing to say about her songwriting. And I can't actually remember the original OP that it's meant to be playing for that footage. Yeah, I've had enough now. Are you done? Yeah, but you've seen when other people have their own ideas of what should and shouldn't be. Is that... I don't know, actually. Oh, I've already been through an intro. I'm glad that it's somewhat actually proper now, but god damn it, Gintama. How much of your budget did you blow? We're what, 5 minutes in already, and why is the prince taking centre stage? Are you now going to complain about how the footage doesn't match the song? That's not what it usually was. And then we've got to play the intro again. Oh yeah, that was his idea for the future of the show, wasn't it? Honestly, if that was the last time I ever saw him, I think I could be happy. Prince Baka. And why is he here? Yes, he is the protagonist. Oh, Poochie, love me. Kimochi janai. Nope. 2/3 of the way through that. Any particular why we're having the overview narration once again? Yes, been focusing on the actual inhabitants instead. So we've already seen all this because it was 1 and 2, but Kakui. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. Well, Gintoki has always been quite modest, hasn't he? It is kind of fun to see slight changes in how like his hair is done, but this is a somewhat novel way of doing a flashback kind of sequence show with them narrating over it like they're watching it. Yeah, we haven't really seen much of her bloodlust, love for fighting in recent episodes. I mean, sure, she fights, but not like with just joy. I wonder how many complaints these kind of episodes rack up. Even when it's shows like Gintama, which is obviously parodying these kind of recap shows. Kind of slow, doesn't fit quite with Gintama's carefree attitude. Oh, please don't remind me of the underwear thief. I'd actually forgotten about him. This is... What happened with that sentence? This is what you'd expect from a going through every past incident type scene, isn't it? How many episodes are we going to be reminded of? Although there are at least 3 scenes I don't want to be shown again. I wonder if you can remember and comment down below on what they are. We haven't seen much of Hetero recently, other than brief cameos and people being scared of him. Please do. Well, you better come up with something real fast. Okay, Mr. Creator. I've climbed a few trees. It's not quite that exhausting, though. I think this guy needs to see a... I thought that guy needed to see a therapist, but no, that last statement was perfectly adequate. No, it's fine. We all have those kind of urges. You're advertising the movie? Granted, people actually watched the episodes instead of the movie, so sure, but feminist dot. This music really does give me Persona vibes. And now that is a song, yes. I'm only slightly agitated because there's nothing I can really say on these, is there? You see, I'm not going to check, but I would assume that the movie was actually in production at this point. It's just maybe it didn't have a proper announcement beforehand. Where is the trigger for that umbrella? Prince, I don't believe that was his voice. Good question. Yoo-hoo! Apologise to all of the fans. I kind of think that Gintama's the only show that would not only pull this kind of stunt, but actually get away with it. Because it's dumb, stupid, and a fourth wall break. And not achieving anything. He does such a good job at voicing this. I'm sure if the entire episode was just purely a flashback instead of having these little mix-ups every now and again, it would get very tiresome. But it's entertaining just to see what they try to pull next. Yeah, it doesn't have the same gravitas. You're just... That's not even Gintama. Why would you choose him? I feel like you're just pulling scenes together to try and come up with something now. I had almost forgotten that they were forced to add the endings of the sentences there. I'm not entirely sure, but have police precincts and whatnot called in help from idols before? Once again, another thing I'm not actually going to fact check. If anyone's keeping a list of things that I've not bothered to do, actually it's probably best not to tell me. I realise just how useless I am. The the episode, the episode that is following this, I don't think it. No matter how bad it is going to be so welcome. I'd actually forgotten about his freedom of outfit. Thanks. Brilliant. Yeah, no, they captured it right there. Tedious but Gintama. Is this a new outro, or is it more just going over scenes? In case we had forgotten what had happened. And is this a re-recorded version of the song? I can't remember what the last one sounded like. It sounds different. Now, I do remember being harassed and harangued about not watching too much around these episodes. So I'm guessing it's this one where it goes a bit fast and loose with what's coming up next. To maybe make amends for wasting all of their budget. Probably entirely on strawberry milk and dog food. And that's not even in the animation, that's just the studio. And how many episodes will it be before the head is referenced again? And is it now working in the bar? Well, that's Gintama for you. Hopefully it's not the first time you've ever seen it. I know it may seem like I complained a lot during this episode, or at least looked like I wanted to, and trust me, you don't know half of what I was thinking half as well as you'd like, and I like less than half of you half as much as you deserve. If I was actually going to follow through on that quote, but still. Recap and review episodes, not really anything that's really ever bugged me. So I'm fine, I know what they are, I can just get on with it. And I'm really unsure of what to think with Gintama, because if it had just been a recap episode, I think I would have been fine with it. But the fact that they knew that it was a recap episode and were then, we're now making fun of you for having to watch this, but having a Gintama spin on it. I have so many conflicting emotions. My mind is a whirlpool of confusion. But I do know that there are some very good Gintama episodes coming up. And we've gotten over quite a few as well, haven't we? And so if you haven't already, let me know down below in the comment what your favourite episode so far was. And to make me feel ever so slightly better, maybe leave a like as well. I might deserve it after this. Or I might not. Well, we'll let the ratio decide. But there's more Gintama to come, so get yourself some rest, fill up your snack bowl, join me again for more. My day-to-day life is so boring that if you were to look at it, compared to any other day, you wouldn't know if it was a recap or not. My patrons are amazing people because they bring that little spark that makes each day slightly different. So to Floritaku, Sal, Raywin, Aegis TR, Dynamite 1997, Lewis on Monza, Aisha M, Danny Tree, Daniel Jorgensen, ASD, Shiwan, and of course everyone else, thank you.